Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. And as you can see, before I reintroduce this beautiful lady on my right, I'm going to introduce you to another beautiful lady on my left, Josiane Hurd. Josiane has been with us in many, many episodes before. I'm so happy that you're back here for more, Josiane. It's always a pleasure to watch you. Josiane, is there anything you want to remind our viewers about yourself, about the postures and what we're doing in Words of Wisdom? We're probably thinking of workshopping some back bends today. Josiane had a little request to attempt postures that would help prevent lumbago or low back pain. Now, if you already are in pain, if you already have backache, you don't want to do back bends. What you want to do in order to relieve back pain, you want to do forward folds to help the spine, the vertebrae, move apart. So you want some release for your spinal cord. But if you want to prevent low back pain, you want to try and do back strengtheners. You want to keep your low back nice and strong, so we're going to do back bends. Before we move on, I would like to tell all of our viewers that we have a special birthday coming up. Talisa Michela, to my right. It's your birthday. Is it today or tomorrow?
It's going to be tomorrow.
It's Talisa's birthday tomorrow, the 9th of April. Yes. Talisa, happy birthday.
Thank
this
you so
episode
much.
Is dedicated to you. And I'm not supposed to ask you on air, but I'm going to have people take a guess how old you are, because whatever it is,
17 and a
they're
half.
never going to guess what your age is. But you look amazing.
Thank you.
You look amazing. And I think the joy comes from inside of you, so I think that shows. And most of us, if we feel happy on the inside, you're never really going to grow old in the traditional way. You're going to feel the joy always. So keep stretching. The moment you stretch and you have all those endorphins flowing, all that joy comes right out. So Talisa, what's your secret?
I think that it could just be fish oil. Fish oil yoga.
Fish oil, okay. Fish oil and yoga.
Fish oil and yoga.
That's your secret for staying young. You already are very young. As far as I'm concerned, you're a spring chicken. But we all have to keep moving on. We will be growing older. As we grow older, we may feel that we are losing our strength in certain parts of the body. So at my age, I'm not very comfortable going to the gym. But if there are people out there who work out at the gym, you've been working out there all your life, that's great. All we say is keep stretching, work our little episodes into your wellness routine. So Talisa, just fish oil and yoga, that's it?
I go to the gym.
Okay.
Or I just do something, activities to keep me going.
And what about for your mind?
For my mind, it's usually much more of the social events. It's doing something social,
right,
to keep you going, to be aware, putting yourself out there, to always be open to newer things. So there's always something there to learn. There's always something there to make us grow. So if you keep your mind young, you will just be young at heart forever.
Right.
You just have to take care of yourself inside and out.
Yes.
It starts from the inside.
That's right. It starts from the inside. That's so nicely put. Your youth youth can stay there forever as long as you think young. So I really love that. The way we think is the way we act, and the way we act is what keeps us alive, keeps us cheerful. So if we want to be active, you want to think active thoughts, you want to think happy thoughts, and that'll help us stay young. But that's wonderful. So happy birthday. This episode is going to be dedicated to you. Is there any particular request that you have? This is like listener's choice. It's mover's choice right here.
I guess pigeon pose and...
Okay.
Yeah, she should pick the thing.
Pick the postures.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Oh, would you like Would you believe that the pigeon is actually part of the back bends too?
That's
Okay.
awesome. So yeah, pigeon pose and everything's there looks pretty good. There's no, I'm really, I have no complaints at all.
Okay.
Maybe tree pose and Josiane.
Tree? Okay. We'll do one. Josiane wouldn't mind one posture, one tree posture. If tree is one of your favorites, we're going to dedicate it to you. We're going to incorporate it into the back bends that we are planning to do today. So,
Maybe
okay. Yeah,
tree
sorry.
pose and dancer pose.
Sure, no.
Tree and dancer?
Because it's part of the back bending.
Right, definitely. If we just hold ourselves up nicely, it strengthens the back. So we're going to try that. Tree and dancers pose.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're going to do that in just a moment. Let me do a little bit of housekeeping. We have a lot of support for our viewers. That's okay. We have a lot of support for our viewers. We have a title, Yoga Secrets. We have a postcard with a simple sequence, 48 plus sequence, and a fridge magnet. We will give you a copy of all of this if you come and stretch with us on our show. Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84 at Fios 35. That's Monday through Friday, 1:30 in the afternoon. So stay with us, stretch with us, and you can also go to mnn.org to help you workshop these postures along with us. Okay, we're ready to stretch now, Josiane. Let's stand up. Lumbago, in case you need a little bit of a refresher, lumbago is low back pain. And typically, young people seem to suffer from that more than older people simply because young people are so, they're young, and in their youth they feel that they have all the strength in the world, and sometimes the lifting technique may not be accurate. So use a little tip that we can share with you today. What you cannot shift with one foot, do not lift with two hands. So if something doesn't look heavy but is actually heavy, you can test it by moving it with one foot. So you want to be sure you also take all your precautions, but at the same time we'll take you through a few stretches, actually a few back bends this time, which will help you strengthen your low back. Heels are together, toes slightly apart. We're going to slowly wade into deeper and deeper back bends. We'll start with a mild one. Palms in front of your chest. Elbows are raised. When your elbows are raised, it helps you stay alert. Inhale the arms up. Now, this is not yet a back bend till you take your arms, wiggle your biceps behind your ears, and tilt your pelvis forward. So when you tilt your pelvis forward, you want to tighten your gluteals, and that helps you tilt your torso back just a little more. So hold it right there. When you tighten your buttock muscles or your gluteals, your low back also learns to strengthen itself. Hold it. Exhale and release. Wow, for a change, let's relax. Bring our arms down. I remember to bring my palms down the center. I usually take it all the way out, and then I'm sort of hitting somebody on either side. Let's turn in profile just a little bit to face the left edge, front of the left edge of the mat. So that way the cameras will be able to pick us up. And you know what? Let me have you both do so the cameras can pick both of you up. So Josiane, why don't you turn in, and Talisa, the way Talisa's doing, and I'll do this. That's okay. If the cameras can pick them up, that's good. Now, palms in front of the chest. What we're going to do is take you through a posture called Tiryangasana. Tiryanga is reverse inversion. This is only to help you get started. And actually, we don't even need to do this because we started today. So place your hands on your buttocks. Sorry about that. Bring your feet out about 6 to 8 inches apart. You want to bring your toes in. So you want to put your brakes on. Hands are on your buttocks. Push your elbows back. That'll help you open up the chest. So you already have a little bit of a chest opener right here. When your chest opens up, your stomach goes in, and you're tightening your gluteals already. Now, keep inhaling. Take your head up. Once you go past midpoint, glide your hands down the back of your thighs. Keep going, keep exhaling. Now, bend your knees if you have to. I'm sure you would need to in order to get deeper into the posture. And hold. I'm going to just turn around just a little bit so I can see my viewers as well. Very nice. Inhale, let's come up. It's amazing how wonderful the world feels upside down, doesn't it? You know, we need to turn our world upside down every now and then. Sorry. When you come up, I should have explained to our viewers in case you came out of it too quickly. Coming out of a posture is as important, sometimes more important, than getting into it. And I shouldn't have taken it lightly. I apologize. When you come up, you want to make sure you keep inhaling as you come up, glide your palms back to your buttocks, and then once your head comes past midpoint, you can start exhaling and release your hands. Okay, Josiane always reminds me that when we do an intense back bend, you want to do a little bit of a forward fold. So let's do that, and you're right, because you want to balance your spine. So let's just exhale and fold over just a little bit, just to release any tension in the back. Let's hold on, just relax and go limp all over. It actually feels wonderful just going limp every now and then. Inhale, let's come up. Now, did you say the Natarajasana, the dancer's pose, is balanced, but it also does involve engaging the low back muscles? Shall we get into that? Okay. And then what was the other balance? The tree posture. The tree posture is not technically a back bend, but you do need to engage your low back muscles to help you keep the balance. So balanced postures always require us to engage our low back muscles. So let's get into the tree posture, tree or vriksha. Transfer the weight to your right leg. Lift your left leg, so lift your left foot, so lift your left heel is off, turn your left knee out to the side. You're ahead of yourself, birthday girl. Lift your left foot, hold on to the left ankle with the left hand, attach the sole of your left foot. Now, if I forgot to mention, place your right hand on your right hip. Attach the sole of your left foot to the inner right thigh. Now, when you feel ready, place your palms in front of your chest. If you don't want to close your eyes just yet, that's okay. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. Look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. Very nice. And if you feel ready, I don't know if I am, but I'm going to give it a shot. Close your eyes. Okay, 1 second is good enough. Exhale, release the arms, and then release the left leg. Now transfer the weight to your left leg. Place your left hand on your left hip for balance. Look at a point ahead of you. For us in the studios, we're going to look at the orange cone that protects the camera, the robotic camera. Lift your right foot. So looking at a point ahead is for balance. Lift your right foot, turn your right knee out to the side. Hold on to your right ankle. With your right hand, attach the sole of your right foot to the inside of your upper left thigh. Now this foot seems to be slipping. Place your palms together in front of your chest. Inhale, take your arms up and hold for just a few seconds. If you ever come out of a posture, just get right back in, and you don't have to go to the thighs. You can place it at the ankles, at the calf. Now if you want to close your eyes, 1 split second is good enough for me. Exhale and release. Hold on to your right ankle with your right hand and release the right leg. Now, getting into a balanced posture, actually, most postures, it's more important to get out of them safely, but in a balanced posture, getting into a balanced posture is very, very important, because if you get into it correctly, if you get into it by looking at a point that doesn't move, or you just keep your foot wherever you're comfortable with on a given day. And the more important thing is, if you fall out, get right back in. Don't give up on yourself. Some days may be better than others. Some postures may feel more comfortable. Sometimes even different sides. I find when we went into Ardha Matsendra yesterday, one side just refused. I used to be able to do it, but one side just refused. My hands wouldn't make the connection. So, one side always feels a little better as well. This time, let's try one more. It's not exactly a back bend, it's a balanced posture, but you will need to engage your low back muscles. In the tree posture, did I mention that they should engage the low back muscles in tree? Oh, good. I almost thought I forgot. We're going to go into a posture called Natarajasana. Transfer your weight to your right leg. Lift your left leg at the knee. Now bend your left knee and hold on to your left ankle from behind. Place your right hand on your right hip for balance. Look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. So right now we are balancing on one leg. We're going to look at the cone. The further ahead you look at a point that doesn't move, the easier it is to balance. Now, when you feel nice and steady, inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your torso, lift your knee. Hold. Now we don't all have to look like the birthday dancer right here. Let's inhale, come up. But it does look amazing. It looks beautiful, Talisa. Release your left leg, release your arms. But if you just do the best you can on a given day, try to stay in your posture, you will feel that stretch as long as you engage your low back muscles. Now, if we're able to hold it right here, if we're able to hold this posture, it simply means that we are using the right muscles. If you fall out, remember to use your low back muscles and lift your legs will go even higher. Place your left hand on your left hip. Raise your right heel, transfer your weight to your left leg, hold on to the right ankle from behind. Now, when you're ready, inhale the left arm up, and if you want to challenge yourself, you can start off with your knees close to each other. Keep exhaling and dip. Dip your torso, lift your knee. Look at a point that doesn't move. Inhale, let's come up. Release the leg first and then the arms. And relax. So birthday girl, you've had 2 balanced postures, and actually they were an amazing choice too, because they do engage, balanced postures need us to use our low back muscles so that it helps center us. So you're tightening and compacting the fulcrum of the body. Let's come into Ashwini, Ashwa Sanchala. Bring the right foot out about 2 to 3 feet. Right foot and left foot are 2 to 3 feet apart. Both feet are facing forward. Very gently, keep exhaling and bend both your knees. Place your left knee on the floor and the right knee is also bent, but it stays raised. Uncurl the toes in your left foot. Wiggle your right foot forward just a little bit to help you dip your hip. Ashwa Sanchala or Ashwini is horse, Ashwa Sanchala like a horse or equestrian. So I feel quite regal in this posture. Actually, you look very regal too, Talisa.
Thank you.
But she's holding, and you've got a wonderful dip. Yeah. You should feel, you can see that on the monitor, right? It feels amazing. Now remember, if you want, you can curl your toes in, but just know the difference. When you curl your toes in, there's more pressure on the knees. So I personally don't like curling my toes in, but viewers at home, if you're stretching with us and you feel that helps you hold your balance, you can keep your toes curled in, but you will feel the pressure on your knees. Let's inhale, ease off just a little bit. We're not doing the twist just yet. We're going to switch legs. Take the right leg back. Bring the left foot forward. Now, if you hear a pop and a crackle, those are not Rice Krispies. Those are air pockets in my knees. Now, you want to wiggle your left foot forward and dip your hip. Uncurl the toes. Remember to uncurl the toes in your right foot and hold. Keep exhaling as you go deeper and deeper. Keep exhaling. The process of exhale is what helps us detox faster. Inhale and release. Let's come into cat position. So we're going to come on our hands and knees. Hands are directly below the shoulders. Fingers are splayed wide apart, knees are directly below the hips, and your toes are curled in to start with. Marjaria or cat. Josiane has cats at home, so watch her closely in this posture. She loves it. I'm more of a bird person. So curl your toes in, inhale, dip your torso, dip your midriff closer to the floor and lift your buttocks and your chest up. So inhale and dip. Lift your chin up, Talisa. That's it, very nice. Exhale, curl your toes in, uncurl your toes, arch your back. Let's try that one more time to redeem ourselves. Curl your toes in, inhale and dip. Exhale, arch your back. Let's inhale and come to neutral position. Now, you might want to, let's sit down for just a moment. I need to point out something. In the cat position, we did a very nice, smooth, undulating motion. When the body arched itself, it brought relief to the back. So the cat is a perfect posture for low back pain, because when you're in pain, you can do the arching. It helps release any tension in the back. And then when you dip your torso, it strengthens the back because it brings all the vertebrae closer together, so it strengthens the back. But you don't want to overdo it. As long as you feel comfortable staying in that posture, maybe even a couple of minutes sometimes. We're just going to stay a few seconds. But if you are able to hold the posture, that means you are engaging the correct muscles. We're going to do a back bend called Ustra Asana. Ustra is camel. So let's all face a little bit to the right. So I'm not sure which camera is going to pick us up, but as long as you see us in profile, we'll be fine. Come up on your knees. Bring your knees about hip width apart. Now, if you find this posture maybe a little too intense, you want to keep your knees at hip width. But if you feel it's too easy for you, challenge yourself and bring your knees closer. I'm going to keep my hips the traditional way, but my knees the traditional way at hip width apart. This time, just so our viewers at home know, we're going to try and touch both our hands. Our left hand will go to the left heel, right hand reaches for the right heel. But if you feel that that's going to be a little difficult for you today, you can curl your toes in. Again, when you curl your toes in, there's pressure on the knees, so you have to make that choice. Place your palms on your buttocks. Push your elbows closer together and open up your chest first. Inhale. As you exhale, glide your hands down the back of your thighs. Very gently, right hand reaches for the right heel, left hand reaches for the left heel. Once you've made that connection, tilt your pelvis forward and hold. Keep breathing, don't forget to breathe. Inhale, place the right hand back on your buttock, left hand comes back. Keep inhaling. Once you go past midpoint, exhale and relax. We'll stay in this position. We're going to sit on our heels now. Ustra or camel is a little bit of an intense posture because of a bit of extra pressure on the knees. But now we're going to take you through a posture called Supta Vajra, supine diamond. Sit on your heels so the tops of your feet are flat on the floor, on the mat. Place both your hands behind your hips. Josiane, you okay with that knee?
Yeah.
You're okay. I know for a while you'd injured yourself, so you want to be careful. If you've hurt yourself, you've injured your knee, you want to be very careful when you go into this posture, Supta Vajra. Now, very gently lower your elbows to the floor. Keep your head upright till both your elbows are down, and then tilt your head back. And keep breathing. Be comfortable. If you need to make any adjustments, feel free to do that. Try not to get your knees off of the floor. You want to keep your knees down. Engage your low back muscles and make sure that your back doesn't feel any pain. If you're feeling any pain, you need to adjust yourself till you're comfortable. And if you are in pain, of course, the best thing would be just to come right out of it. Coming out of a posture, and this one especially, is a little tricky, so be careful. Press with your palms. I'm going to press first with my right palm and then my left palm, and then bring the head back up. Now you want to just fold over just a little bit with respect to Josiane's suggestion, and I really like that, Josiane. Thank you. Fold over just to ease any tension in the back. Inhale, let's come up. Now we have, Talisa, we have your favorite pigeon. That's also your favorite, right? Mm-hmm. I like that
One of
too.
my favorites.
Feels
I have many
amazing.
favorites.
She has many favorites. Let's turn let's turn a little bit to the left this time. The camera on this side will pick us up. We are already on our knees, so if you're stretching with us, stay where you are. Just sit down on your left hip. So your left foot comes out to the front just a little bit. And extend. I have something here in my way, so I'm going to move my block. Take your right leg all the way out behind you. So curl your toes in the right foot to help you push your knee further and further behind. So once your knee is as far as you can take it, your hip is really close to the floor. Hi, Deetra. Your foot, the top of your foot, right foot is flat on the floor, and you want to feel nice and comfortable. So center yourself. And if you feel this is not enough of a challenge for you, you can bring your left foot forward. Now, press with your palms on the floor beside your left knee, or you can take it out beside your hip. For me, taking it beside my hip is not going to happen today, but that is probably the most effective way to engage your low back muscles, especially because we're using this posture, we're demonstrating this in the lumbago sequence. So hold it, engage your low back muscles. Now to give some relief to your back, exhale and fold. Press with your palms, inhale, let's come up, and let's switch legs as gracefully as we can. Bring the right leg forward, extend the left leg out behind us. Did I say gracefully? It's not easy, right? But you guys did it well. I was sort of all tangled up. Okay, curl your toes in the left foot and push your knee back. Once your knee is as far back as you can take, 2 minutes. Thank you, Danny. While we're in this stretch, I'd like to thank our crew, Danny Darrow, who's the director for today, Lynn Small as crew, and Rich for these amazing lights, the gobos, and the sound system. Thank you all for making this happen. On behalf of Talisa Michela to my right, Josiane Hurd to my left, this is Banu Suresh, and you are watching Yogaxpress. We still have a minute and a half to go, so we'll keep talking you through these stretches. Now, you want to exhale. If you feel a stretch on the abductor muscles on the outside of your upper right thigh, you're actually doing pretty good. Now, if you want to feel a strengthening of the low back, you want to bring your hands back, the way Talisa had it beside her hip, or at least further back. Very nice. So that'll help you lift your torso up, tighten your low back muscles. Now, exhale and fold. Inhale. Let's come up. And this time, curl your toes in the left foot. We're going to go into prone position and go directly into bhujang or cobra. So curl your toes in first, take your right leg back, and come down in cobra position. Forehead is to the ground. We're going to now uncurl your toes, press the tops of your feet, inhale, and lift your torso off the floor. Inhale and lift. Now once you're up there, if you want to test your low back, take your palms off of the floor. Engage your low back muscles to hold you there. Place your palms back on the ground. Extend your arms out in front of you. Let's go into the boat position, and then we have the archer's bow, so I think we're doing very well. Inhale. As we inhale, we're going to lift our arms and our legs. Inhale, engage your low back, and lift. The boat position or Navasana. Nav is boat. Exhale, release, and then we're going to take you through a posture called Dhanurasana, archer's bow. Hold on to your left ankle with your left hand, right ankle with your right hand. Chin is on the floor. Inhale, lift your knees and your chest at the same time. Inhale and lift. If you find one leg goes higher than the other, acknowledge that. That's an imbalance in your body. I know it's there in mine. Exhale and release. Oh, that felt good. Let's press with our palms. We actually finished the whole back bend sequence today. That was amazing.
Yes.
Just relax and let's just ease off any over-strengthening. Oh, thank you, Danny, Lynn, and Rich. We're still rolling. Are we done?
Nothing's good.
Are we done?
All right, we're out, man.